What's up, heroes? I've never done a video like this, but I think it's well overdue, so strap in and get ready. Okay, so where to start? I think this all kind of goes back to an Instagram post I did a few weeks ago. Let me see the exact date. I don't know the exact date. It was a few weeks ago. It was a post which you could find right here. Posting about my body alone and my experiences, my life experiences, my insecurities, it was a lot. I'm actually gonna go ahead and read that post right now so we can all be on the same page. It says, long post alert, trigger warning, body image struggles. So if you have those or are triggered by those, know that now. I've always wanted to talk about this, and believe it or not, in the process of making the post, I almost stopped myself several times. Yes, I grew up as the chubby kid that everyone made fun of, and I realized very early on that I had to work a lot harder than everyone around me just to be treated the same. For the last 16 years, I've done at least 150 push-ups every day obsessively in a way that was mentally unhealthy and is something I'm continually working on. At first it was 2,000 push-ups a day, then went down to 1,500, on top of other excessive exercise and eating disorders, which has slowly dwindled over the years to what I do today, which is 150 push-ups and 50 sit-ups. I was so determined to achieve the ideal male body that was constantly shoved in my face as a kid through the media. I can finally say, even though my body is not exactly where I want it to be, for the first time in my life, I'm not ashamed of how my body looks. This is the important part. Over the last few years, I've been doing a lot of shirtless posts, which actually still make me uncomfortable to do, believe it or not. I also started realizing I could potentially be perpetuating the same ideal male body type that has scarred me both emotionally and physically to other kids and adults out there, and it's something I do not ever want to do. So, from left to right is a series of images that would have changed my perspective on my concept of the ideal male body type drastically as a kid, all taken within a few moments of each other. The far left photo sorry, I'm lost in place. Far left photo. In this photo, I'm flexing pretty hard, and I've adjusted the lighting in the room to emphasize my abdominal area. Middle photo. The same amount of flexing, but I've changed the lighting to be directly in front of me so everything looks a little more flat. And the far right photo, and would be the most important for me, this is a picture with flat lighting, not flexing, and breathing normally. This is the picture that would have helped me most as a kid. This pic is what I look like 95% of the time under my clothes. I don't always have chiseled abs like everybody always says, and when I do, there's lots of tricks to make them look that way. Then I continue on into the comments. If you're still here, thank you. This is the last part, I promise. For reference, I'm currently 132 pounds and 5'7". Basically what I'm trying to say is when you see a shirtless picture of me, you're seeing years of struggle, mental illness, therapy, tears, and now a chronic physical disease that affects me every day, which I'm not yet comfortable enough with to openly talk about. Everything is fine, don't freak out. I don't want to continue to let others perceive me as perfect, like so many of you kind people always say I am, because I am not. I am far from it. There's so much more that I want to say, but Instagram only lets me say so much. I might make a YouTube video on it soon when I'm ready. I love you guys, and never let anything or anyone keep you from loving yourself. Everyone's body is perfect, and yours is too. Okay, now we're all caught up to speed. Unfortunately, this is not the YouTube video that I was going to make regarding that post, but I'm sure that video will come eventually. This video is kind of to discuss some differing opinions on not only this post, but some posts I've made since then that have gotten a lot of, I take that back. It's not a lot of negative backlash, but enough concern, I guess you can say, to make me want to make this video and kind of explain things a little bit more. Because since then, I still and plan to continue to still post shirtless photos and or fitness photos, occasionally like a nutrition-esque photo. Because this video is about body positivity. I am going to read everyone right now the definition of body positivity. Body positivity is acceptance and appreciation of all human body types. Simple, plain, done. Glad we're all on the same page again. Yesterday and a few weeks before, I've been posting shirtless pictures, and there is now kind of every few posts there's been somebody that comments something or will repost or something with the concern that I should not be flexing in my photos anymore, and I should not be posting shirtless pictures anymore, because I am in fact doing the damage that I did not want to do by doing so. And or I am perpetuating that cycle. I don't know where to start. In a weird kind of twisted way, I could see where these people are coming from. However, there is a very, very fine line, and there is a very, very big difference between perpetuating the, I guess, ideal male body type, which I don't think I am, but that's whole nother video. There's a difference between perpetuating that and promoting body positivity. I, in the best of my efforts, am trying to promote body positivity. I read you the definition, you know what it is. It is appreciation of all body types, and just everybody should love their body. So I want to address a few things. One of the concerns being expressed is that I am promoting nutritional products that are supposed to give you this ideal body type, male and or female. I didn't say that before, but forgive me. Male, female, all of the genders, all ethnicities, everything. This is for you. That I am advertising these products in a way that should express to you guys that it will give you the ideal body type brought to you by society. That is false, because if you go on my posts, when I have ever advertised anything nutritional, I have never said and would never say that this product would give you the ideal body type or whatever. 99.99999% of the time, I just relay the information given to me by the brand or company, which is always just the nutritional facts, like, for example, how many grams of protein, the sugar, the calories, whatever, that sort of thing. For my own opinion, I always talk about the taste, because I love protein bars and I love nutritional products, and so finding ones that taste good are actually really helpful for me, and yeah, that's the only thing I will ever talk about. Never have I ever said that by eating a certain product or trying a certain product, you will achieve a certain body type. And I won't. That's not something I will do, because it's a lie. I don't think there is so much more than eating something or doing one thing to get a certain kind of body type. Whether it's the ideal one or the inadequate, there's like so many things you have to do to achieve any kind of body type. So I would never say that. Take that for what it's worth. Advertising for nutritional or fitness companies is not something at the forefront of like what I want to do, and it's not something that I strive to do it as a profession, but it is something that I do, and I plan to continue to do it. But I will never lie to you guys, so know that. I've also received a lot of positive feedback on those posts saying that they've tried the product and they love it, and they plan on using it in their everyday diet or whatever. I just kind of wanted to clear the air on that. Come with me, we're going deeper. I want to also address the concern that I am perpetuating a certain body type. There is a massive, massive difference between posting a post for the sake of body positivity and encouraging people to love who they are and the body that they've been, that they're in. There's a difference between promoting body positivity and perpetuating a vicious cycle of the ideal body type that society gives us. And that difference, which a lot of people don't seem to be grasping on, is if I were to post a shirtless picture like this, and say, everyone should look like this. I am the epitome of the human body. If you buy this said product or wear said clothes, you can be perfect like me. Unfortunately, we live in a world where in commercials, in advertisements, social media, everywhere, it's very, very hard to go even a few hours without something like that being shoved in your face. Because brands and products, for whatever reason, choose to use a body type that is, let's say, a little more difficult to achieve to advertise their products, because in their minds, they think that is what's beautiful, and they think that is what everybody wants to be. That is not true. There is a difference between doing that and doing what I am doing. Here's a post that I've made where I post an image of myself Yes, I am flexing. Yes, I could see where people may think I am displaying somewhere near what society thinks is the ideal body type. And I say that in quotes because I don't believe I have that, but again, another video. A difference between using that image to promote the ideal body type or using that image to promote body positivity. And it's what I do 99% of the time. If I do a shirtless post, it's either for comedy purposes, which is a post like this, or it is to promote body positivity. So in a post like this, I always talk about how this is the way I look. This is all coming from my personal experience. I don't believe that you should strive to have this body type if it's not what's going to make you happy. Having this body type is not what should make you happy. What should make you happy is that you're in a healthy place both mentally and physically, and that you're happy with how your body looks and feels. That's the only thing that matters, and that's the only thing that should matter. I try to use posts like this to spread that word, and in response, and again, this isn't like a huge like, ooh, drama tea, clickbait video, because I don't receive like massive amounts of negative comments, but the ones that do concern me enough to where I feel like I need to address this is that by simply showing my body shirtless, flexing, I am perpetuating a vicious cycle of the ideal body type, and I am doing more damage than good. Like I said in my original Instagram post that I talked about, for the first time in my life, I feel comfortable and happy and with the body that I'm in. And I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate with you guys, and I want to help other people celebrate that. And whether they look like this or this, I want them to be comfortable and happy. And so I'm sharing my mental thought process and everything that I've been through with you guys to kind of help people who are maybe going through the same thing, feel the same way but don't know how to deal with it, or maybe don't feel the same way at all but want to get to a place where they are happy and healthy and don't know how. I'm not going to name any names because I feel like that would be a little bit extra, but I am going to read you some of the comments and again try to address those in the most appropriate manner I'm able to. So this comment was received on Facebook, but posting shirtless pictures showing off your six-pack is only perpetuating this, referring to the ideal male body type. If you want to help make a change, then stop trying so hard to sculpt the perfect body. You are a beautiful person inside and out, and you'd be just as beautiful without your abs. So I kind of already covered this. If I posted that picture and said this is the ideal male perfect body, then I would agree with this person. However, that is not what I said. I'm actually kind of am now questioning whether this person even read the post or not, or in its entirety, because if they did, they would know where I'm coming from. There was also another comment that has now since been deleted on my Instagram post, kind of saying the same thing, but it was a person who just did not want to quit. There are a lot of people kind of like, were there to back me up and in a very nice way discussed what we are kind of discussing right now to kind of make this person understand. And now that comment has been deleted, so I mean, hopefully that person's eyes have been a little bit more open. I really don't know what else more to say other than if I have offended anybody, which I don't believe I have, because the people that do post any kind of negative comments seem to be coming from a place where they have been hurt in some way and are kind of like acting out. So I understand that, and I kind of just take their opinion or comment with a grain of salt and continue to move on to help spread joy and happiness and acceptance. But yeah, I don't know if I have offended anybody in any way. Just know that that has never been my intention, and I truly am sorry. It's hard for me to understand why anybody coming at me with negative comments for trying to make everybody happy, like I'm trying to make the person coming at me with that negative comment happy as well. So like I'm trying to help them and everybody by sharing my experience. So it's a little kind of like a little bit of a paradox for me to try to understand. All right, you guys probably already know who my friend is, but this is Dre Ronane.
Hi.
I wanted to bring her into this video because she's a huge advocate for body positivity. And is also well-versed in like what it is and like, yeah. I really haven't even told her anything that I've been that I've already discussed. She kind of just walked in.
Yeah.
But I just want you to like throw in any 2 cents you have on the topic of body positivity.
Yeah, well, I think like the biggest misconception of body positivity is that it's only for people that are overweight, which is not true. Like body positivity is intersectional, which means that it's all inclusive. An example of this is like Chris and I, and we had a couple friends, we did a panel at Anime Expo this year that was called Intersectional Body Positivity in Cosplay. And we had a really diverse group of people. We had a woman that had a lot of plastic surgery on her body, but she was very open about it, and you know, that made her very like chesty, and she had a, you know, very curvaceous, attractive woman. And then we had like an overweight black woman on it. We had Chris, and then we were supposed to have an older guy as well who was like a little bit more stocky, but he ended up like having to drop out last minute. But we tried to really have like as big of a range as possible, because body positivity does affect literally everybody. Like anybody in any kind of shape, size, body type can be body positive and can experience like confidence issues and like stigmas and feel pressured over like societal norms. So I think body positivity is just all encompassing, and you have to remember that you don't know anybody's struggles with their body. You don't know what that person looked like a couple years ago. Like you don't know what affects them like in the way that things affect you. So it's just all about remembering people all have their personal journeys, and like even if somebody might look attractive by like society's standards, you don't know what it took for that person to get there. You don't even know if they're comfortable with the way that they look. And then you could meet somebody like with my body type or somebody that's heavier than me, and we might have tons more confidence than somebody with like Chris's body type or something. That's just like an example, but you really don't know who is comfortable with what about their body. And you can't tell that just by their body type.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes. Yes. And to the end card. I was thinking of a lot while you were talking, just about like, I just want everybody to know that somebody like myself and somebody like Dre, we're just here to help spread love, joy, and acceptance.
Yeah.
And we're doing our absolute best to do so.
I don't know if you covered this earlier in your video, but were you kind of addressing that a lot of the people that leave negative comments on Chris's profile do seem to be more of the like overweight type, which I think that in that case, when they're saying that you're not preaching body positivity because you aren't overweight, I think that that stems from them themselves being self-conscious or having some kind of self-esteem issue with them, and they're pushing it on you out of like jealousy, kind of thing. That again, I can see where people would be like, well, it's not, that is what body positivity is you're supposed to be, body positivity is supposed to be that overweight people are still attractive, which yes. That's true, but that's not what
it's not limited to that.
It's not. Body positivity is just about people being okay with what their bodies are, and body positivity is about like accepting who you are, accepting who you want to be like in a healthy way, and not perpetuating any standards on other people.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought this up, because it was something that I didn't realize, that I was like, oh, I have so much to say on this kind of like branch.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about that earlier, and one of the negative comments I received, I don't remember if it was on Facebook or Instagram because it has hence been deleted. It was somebody else saying, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have it to read off of, but it was along the lines of, try gaining some weight first and then you can preach body positivity. And I was just like, oh gosh, because it's really hard for somebody in my position to argue with somebody like that, because that person is not well educated, I don't feel, on the topic of body positivity.
Well, they also just don't know you as a person. They don't know where you've come from. They don't know your struggles. And when you come at somebody who's like an online personality, or like any type of like online or just celebrityness, like at all, that person is only seeing what you're putting on the internet.
Sure.
Like they don't know you. So like to come at somebody like that online is like
Sure.
so unfair.
But also like it's so hypocritical because I'm
Yeah.
like, how are you trying to tell me how to preach body positivity by attacking the way I look?
Yeah.
Like, that's literally the opposite of body positivity. And
Yeah.
I got in not an argument, but I had gotten into a discussion with somebody that was trying to say something very similar. And I couldn't really get through to them because they're like, no, you don't get to preach body positivity. I'm like, pause. Yes, I do. I have a body and I'm trying to preach acceptance and whatever. I don't think you have to look a certain way to preach that. And I feel like that's very fair to say. But I feel like there is a stigma to where like you can only be an advocate or I don't even want to say the term like ally because that's like I feel like that wouldn't even really exist.
It's not. No, that's
not really a thing.
No.
But you can only like be about body positivity and preach body positivity if you look a certain way.
Well, no, because body positivity, it definitely started out as it's like in the media and stuff, like skinny or in shape people are always like perpetuated at like that's what the standard of attractiveness is. And through the years, it's definitely been much more like open and like well-rounded. Haha, pun. I can make fat jokes.
I hate you.
I think now, so it's like cool, like that's happening, but then we kind of realize that body positivity is really just about accepting everybody, haha.
Wow, she's full of them today.
All the puns today. And it's really about not being afraid of bodies or objectifying bodies, I think is what body positivity has really grown into. Like I would love to be at a point in like body positivity or just like online and modeling where I could post like a bikini photo or something and not worry that like a brand wouldn't want to work with me because I posted a photo like in a bikini.
Sure.
And it's interesting because it used to be for me like I want to be able to post a photo of me in a bikini and people not call me fat, and now like I don't care about that.
Sure,
And it's more so
it's
it's more so like I don't want to be seen as like an adult like model or something like that, which there's nothing wrong with that at all, but it's like now body positivity and like online and posting photos and stuff has grown more into you have to stay like family friendly or like brand safe or something like that. And it's just interesting that like people even are thinking like if I post a shirtless photo or if I post a photo in a bikini or like in a sports bra and stuff like that, all of a sudden you're seen as like too adult and you're sexualizing yourself when it's like literally all of us have bodies. So why is it like if I post a photo like this, not in a sexual manner whatsoever or anything, that is seen as like too adult or like too sexy or whatever.
I'm so glad you're on this video because
Isn't that interesting?
That's a whole other topic that obviously right now I'm addressing like my perspective and my experience.
And well, I think that I feel like that includes you as well.
It definitely does, but like it's not like that's not like in my immediate like forefront in my mind or my concern as far as like at least what the video covers. But I'm so glad that you're bringing all of that because also body positivity, again, because it's grown over the years, is starting to like cover a lot more than just I think what it originally started with. And it's covering a lot more ground, which is amazing. Well,
like body positivity, like the cosplay community does body positivity a lot with women wearing like more revealing cosplays like to conventions. Like there's like that whole thing, or like cosplay is not consent. That's a whole thing to do with body positivity.
Like, it ties in and goes hand in hand with a lot more now.
Body positivity is like so all encompassing now. So I'm just like giving like a bunch of different perspectives.
My camera says we only have 4 more minutes left of footage to do, and probably this is gonna be like a 20-minute long video, so thank you for sticking around. But again, I feel like I just want to bring it back to, I read the definition of body positivity earlier, and I think we've repeated it like 4 or 5 times in this whole video, so I'm not going to read that to you again. But just know that body positivity is about acceptance of everybody, regardless of their appearance, gender, or anything you can think of. It's just kind of embracing the fact that you should be comfortable and happy and healthy in your own skin and not demand or require anybody to look, feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that was I.
Oh,
It was
no,
one of these.
I'm so sorry. Oh God, I don't know. I just did a weird hand thing.
Mood.
I don't know if you said this already. I don't know if you've said anything I've been saying. But body positivity, I feel like, is also just about, again, like, accepting of everybody, like, because, like, it's such a cheesy saying, but, like, beauty is in, like, the eye of the beholder. So it's like, I know that I'm not attractive to, like, a lot of people out there, and that doesn't bother me because, like, there are a lot of people who are attracted to me. But again, I'm not doing anything, and Chris isn't doing anything to, like, get people's attraction, because you have to, like, learn to, like, love yourself, and you want to, like, feel attractive to yourself before you want anything else from anybody. But it really is this, like, there are going to be people throughout anybody's life who's, like, not into you, and, like, you just have to, like, not waste your time with those people, because it's like, why would you want to, like, be chasing after somebody who doesn't want you when there's plenty of other people who do find you attractive?
Ooh, there's a whole nother video!
That's a whole nother video.
I'm like, yeah. I've covered so many things where I'm like, ooh, I can't talk about this because, like, I'll get on a rant. It's a whole nother video. Like, this is a whole nother video.
Yeah.
There might be a lot of these rant videos coming up. I don't know. Yeah. You may have unlocked a beast.
Just wanted to throw that out there. Is like, there'll be so many people that are attracted to you for so many different reasons. And there'll be people that don't find you attractive, and that's okay, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Listen, do you, be you, and live a long, happy, healthy life.
Yes.
Okay, we have 60 seconds before we're done.
Oh my God.
We love you guys so much, yeah. And until next time,
see ya!
Wait, what's the face?